Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode weekly challenge, second question. So this is medium level question. In some of, I don't know, not in last I guess, but in last to last there was one question similar to this, and in that it was given that longest subarray with the maximum bitwise OR, and here we are given with longest subarray with maximum bitwise AND. So in the contest, I was thinking that something similar to that would be required, but it is somehow completely a different sort of mathematical question. So if you had ever analyzed about the properties of numbers and the end answer which we get out of the AND of that, then you would be easily able to do this question in just 1 minute. So that was about this. So let us first read about this question, then constraint, and then I'll let you know about the intuition, and that intuition will only come up if you try run for each and every case, which I got to know during the time of contest only. So now here you are given an array integer array nums of size n. Basically it is of integer type, right? And then consider a non-empty subarray from nums that has the maximum possible bitwise and then in other words, let k be the maximum value of bitwise AND of any subarray of nums. So k be the maximum value, right, which we are required to return, and then only subarray with bitwise AND equal to k should be considered. So basically they want to say that whenever we do bitwise AND with between any two numbers, right, so then after whatever we get, then after that we do bitwise AND with other number and so on. So whatever subarray we are having, in that we do bitwise AND of each and every element with each other. Then after that whatever result we get, that result should be the maximum bitwise AND which we can obtain after doing AND operation over those elements as compared to the other elements which are being there in the whole array. So that is the thing which we are required to consider here. So at the end we are required to return the length of the longest such subarray, means that subarray where all the elements having the bitwise AND is the maximum as compared to all other subarrays which could be generated and operation had been on that. So the bitwise AND of an array is the bitwise AND of all the numbers in it. A subarray is a contiguous sequence of elements with an array. So basically that simply means that these are the elements which are consecutive in nature. So that's the thing which we are required to do. Basically we know that what subarray is and what subsequences. So that's the thing. So now in this, if we take this nums, let us write on at later point. First check for the constraint. So basically constraint here is up to 10 to the 5. So this simply represents that we can't do any n square solution. We can only go ahead with n log n or n solution. So now let us take this and let me show you with the dry run, then you will be able to consider that how the things are. So basically let us take one by one elements. So the thing is that 1 and 2. So it could be written in the bitwise form like this, 1 and then 2. And if we do bitwise AND, so what we get? We get 0, right? So here maximum out of all these means the 1, 2 and the bitwise AND we got, that is 2, right? Which shows that AND of two numbers is smaller than the actual numbers, right? Then in the next example 2 and 3, then we do bitwise AND of the same, so we get basically 2 again, right? So here the maximum out of all of these is 3. Then 4 and 2, what we get when we do bitwise AND? We get 0, right? So then what is maximum out of them? That is 4, right? Then we do for 5 and 3, then in that also what is maximum out of all these 5, right? So this all conclude that thus we are required to find the maximum numbers. Means the thing is that rather than going ahead with calculating the AND of those numbers, we can directly go ahead by finding that what are the maximum numbers in that array, and then what is the count of those numbers in the array. So that would be our answer. So basically this was the main intuition behind this question. And now it becomes much easy, right? We are directly required to figure out that what are the maximum numbers means basically the maximum elements in that array, right? So it would be a straightforward coding only. So here is the thing that how we are required to code. So here I am maintaining an integer max number, which I have directly initialized as int minimum, because I'm required to figure out that what is the maximum number, right? So that's why I can either put -1 also here, because the constraints are that all are positive numbers, but I have taken int min, and then length equal to 0 and answer also 0. So how the things would be that first I will be trying to figure out that what is the maximum number in my array. I will be able to figure out, right? Then I will be going ahead and figuring out that what is the count of the consecutive maximum number altogether. Then according to that only I'll increase the length, else I will make the length again to 0. And here I will be updating, because there could be an instance that at the starting of the array we are able to figure out, right? And then somehow link breaks, and then we are able to figure out some more maximum elements, but those are less in count, right? So because of that we are required to maintain a variable answer, and that's why we are doing things like this here, and then at the end we will be returning this answer. So this was all for this particular question. If you like the explanation, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and do share among your friends also. So before ending up this video, let me introduce you about the Newton School Coding Competition. So basically all the details about the same you could find in the description below. And the thing is that as you are doing Leetcode daily challenges, weekly challenges, bi-weekly, and so on. So if you also do about the Newton School Coding Competition, then it would be much more helpful for you in building up your problem solving skills and so on. So that would be much more helpful, and that would be a great thing for you to go ahead with. So this was all for today. So yeah, thank you.